As you can see, it's starting to get quite busy in here. Everyone's very excited to see the movie Precious here at the JFK Galleria Cinemas. We're very excited, I in particular very excited, to be able to tell you that Lenny Kravitz is actually coming in for the screening tonight. Bahamas' very own amazing singer and songwriter.
It's a pleasure. I'm really happy to be here.
This is our 6 years.
I know, and Lee told me he'd been coming, actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
3 times.
Cool.
3 years, yeah.
Could you just tell us a little bit about your role in Precious?
I was fortunate enough to be able to be a part of this film, and Lee wrote in this character, and Jeffrey, the screenwriter of Nurse John. They felt that there needed to be a positive male role in the film, and he is that.
Tell us a little bit about your Bahamian roots.
Well, I'm especially proud to be here this evening, being a Bahamian, and of course my mother's Bahamian, and my grandfather was born in Inagua, and I live in Eleuthera, so you know, this is my home. I grew up here all my life.
So I've been following you on Twitter, and I know you're busy at work. Tell us a little bit about what you're working on. I'm
working on my next album, which is called Negrophilia, and I'm recording it at my studio, Gregorytown Sound, and it's great. It's great to be able to be home and to be in the Bahamas in this beautiful environment and being creative. It's amazing. I found a day in which to come on the set and do this Nurse John role, and I'm going to be doing one of the leads in his next film. So this was just a way for us to work together, sort of feel each other out. And little did I know I was going to end up being in such an amazing work. The film in general, I mean, you know, Gabby's role, Monique's role, absolutely astonishing. And it really was a way for Lee and I to just kind of get to know each other and see about doing this next big film. I think, you know, wherever people have gone to see this film, you know, in whatever country, people are relating to it in a very deep way. You know, I remember being at the Cannes Film Festival, and at the end of it, you know, the audience gave Lee a 15-minute standing ovation, and the entire room was crying. I mean, people are just really connecting with the story, with the struggle. I mean, there's a little bit of Precious in you know, everyone everywhere. I mean, I grew up in the States, but I used to come here every summer to get my Bahamian home training. So my mom made sure to send me here to stay with my cousins, and the Bahamas has always been a big part of my life, and now is an even more permanent part of my life, being that I have my studio here and I'm living here. It's now called Prescious, but
thank you.
It's my brother.
And this, as you know, man who needs no introduction, Lenny Kravitz, who graced our film. And as far as the male population in the world goes, I think we all owe you a great deal of gratitude, because, you know, in Precious, she's got that father in the past who was so bad to her, and the distant fantasy of the young man, and you're what helps shape her perspective, or reshape her perspective on grace and kindness, and that men as well as women possess it, and you embodied that beautifully. I was just happy to be a part of it, man. Brilliant. And congratulations, bro. Oh, thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congrats to you too. All right.
I see you've come in from the cold to Bahamas.
I know, I didn't have time to change, and I was running late, but it's a thrill to be here.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you for the movie Precious. Tell us what inspired the writing of this movie.
Well, I'll tell you, Lee Daniels introduced the book to me, and I hadn't heard of it before. I was told it was very difficult and dense and grim, and I opened it up. I fell in love with the book from the opening quote. I fell in love with Prescious from page 1 or 2, and the process of writing it was difficult, but it was one of the most rewarding and artistically fulfilling endeavors I've ever had in my life, and I'm so honored to be a part of it. In the reach of the film, I think it's bigger than anybody who was involved, and it just feels great to be a part of something like that. I tell you, during the writing, I felt, well, this could be something very special, but I didn't know if anyone would see it or respond to it. And I'm so thrilled about all of it, including being here. Yesterday, I didn't even know I was going to be here. What a treat. So, yeah.
And the film's doing so well. The Golden Globe nominations. How does that must make you feel pretty...
Oh, it does. It's beyond imagination. On one level, I'm surprised it was even made. On another level, all of this with the Golden Globes and other distinctions, I think it'll maybe fully register next year.
I'm Jason Garasio. I'm the managing editor of Filmmaker Magazine. I'm going to be moderating for Prescious with Jeffrey Fletcher and Lenny Kravitz. Just a Q&A after the film. It's a really powerful film, so I think the Bohemian audience here is going to really get something out of it. It's been open for about a month now, and it's really quite a feat. It has about 5 nominations now for the Independent Spirit Award. 3 Golden Globe nominations, and it's also the only film that won the best grand prize at Sundance and the Toronto Film Festival. No film has ever done that before, so it's coming with a lot of history behind it as well. This is definitely that type of film where you want to hear a little more explanation of how it was made and kind of the thinkings behind it, because it's such a powerful film, and also the book push is so popular that I think there's definitely a lot of a little more extra that you want to know about than just what you're also taking from the film.
What a week! Tell us how you're feeling this evening on the final night.
It's a little bit of happiness, sadness, and I know right after this film we're going to go straight to work again for 2010. Last year, Lee Daniels, who's a very good friend of mine and been attending the festival many years, last year he had his film Tennessee that Mariah Carey was in, and he actually provided us with the trailer of Prescious, which was then called Push, and he said he always wanted to have the film for the 2009 Bahamas International Film Festival, so we're really happy to be closing with the film.
Thank you for inviting the Bahamas Weekly here yet again, and we'll be here to support you again next year.
Robin, I cannot thank you enough, because you and Dave are the fabric of our film festival, because you have made us shine every day since you've been here, and it's such a privilege to be working along with you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Let's get the Kleenex ready. We're ready for Prescious.